Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing some Christmas baking. I've got about 6 different recipes that I'm going to be making. I do this every year. Sometimes I change it up a little bit and do some different things, but this year I plan to do Crockpot Candy, puppy chow, peanut butter balls, strawberry cookies, Chex mix, and hopefully if I have time, sausage balls. So that'll be the 6 things that we're gonna be making today. And I've got my little helper over here. He's already on the counter eating a cookie. So yeah, I hope that y'all will stay tuned and bake along with us. For the Crockpot Candy recipe, you're gonna need 16 ounces of salted peanuts, 16 ounces of unsalted peanuts, a bar of German sweet chocolate, 12 ounces of milk chocolate chips, and then you'll need a bar and a half of white almond bark. So what you'll do is we're just gonna layer these in order. So just do the peanuts and then the chocolates and put the lid on for about 2 hours on low. So I've got my little helper with me today. And what you're gonna do with this recipe is you're just gonna layer your peanuts in the bottom of the crock pot. So can you go ahead and pour them in? Yep. Pour the peanuts in. Good job. I'll take that. Thank you. Perfect. And then open up the bar of the sweet German chocolate, and it's just gonna go on top. Perfect, yep. And then go ahead and pour in the milk chocolate chips. Be careful, it's open. Good job, bud. Cover that up. And then go ahead and get those bars. Get the big one first.
I thought we got this one first.
Okay. So you'll just layer, like I said, layer everything. You're not gonna stir it. And you're gonna cook it on low for 2 hours. You will not lift the lid. Just let it cook the full 2 hours. And then once it's done, you'll take the lid off and stir it really good until everything's mixed thoroughly. All the peanuts are covered in the chocolate. And then you'll spoon it out onto tablespoonfuls onto some wax paper. My little helper got distracted, so I'll go ahead and put the one block and then the other half block there. So I've just secured the lid and we're gonna turn it on low, and I'll set my timer for 2 hours and we'll come back and check on it. Our next thing we're gonna start is our Chex mix. So you'll need 3 cups of each of these. So I'll go through those. Wheat Chex, rice Chex, and corn Chex. 3 cups of each. And then you'll need 1 cup each of these. So I've got bugles, pretzels, Cheez-Its. I really prefer cheese nips, so I would say if you could find cheese nips to use that, because it is better. Just all the stores were out of cheese nips for some reason. I went to like 3 or 4 and that's all we could find. So Cheez-Its and then some mixed nuts. And then for like the seasoning, you'll do a stick of melted butter, 3 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Bless you. 2 teaspoons of seasoned salt, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and 3/4 teaspoon of onion powder. So I'm just gonna measure all these out into a big bowl. I'm gonna make my sauce and mix it all together and kind of coat it. And then you'll bake it for 1 hour at 250, and we'll stir it every 15 minutes. The next thing we're gonna make is puppy chow, or some people call it muddy buddies. But for this recipe, you'll need 9 cups of Chex cereal. You can use whatever kind you want to use. I've got corn and rice. This is just leftover from the Chex mix that I made. And I'll probably just like do half and half with that. You'll need a cup of chocolate chips. You'll need a half a stick of butter. A half a cup of peanut butter, a teaspoon of vanilla, and then you'll need 2 cups of powdered sugar. So I'm just gonna measure out 4 cups of rice cakes. And then I'll do 5 of the corn chips. So once you have all of your Chex cereal, your 9 cups, into a separate bowl, you're gonna take a cup of chocolate chips, a half a cup of peanut butter, and 1/4 cup of butter, and put it in a microwave safe bowl. So there's my 1/4 cup of butter. There's a cup of chocolate chips. Do a half a cup of peanut butter. And you'll microwave this for 1 minute. So this is what it looks like. I just took it out of the microwave. We'll get this good and mixed up, and then add in your teaspoon of vanilla. Our next step is just pour the chocolate all over the cereal and just coat it really good. So I'm just gonna add 2 cups of powdered sugar to a big, I think this is like 2 or 2.5 gallon size bag. And then we'll just spoon in our mixture and get it all coated. And the last step for our puppy chow is just to pour it on some wax paper so that it cools. This stuff smells so good. So it has cooked for a total of 1 hour, and every 15 minutes I did take it out and stir it around. And you just want to be sure to not miss that step because it will burn on top. So just make sure to take it out and stir it every 15 minutes. And I went ahead and laid out my paper towel, so that's what you want to cool it on because it's going to be pretty hot. Alright, so it's been 2 hours since we put this on, and I have not opened the lid, so we're gonna see if everything is melted. It's kind of hard to do this one-handed. And it smells so good. Sometimes when I make this, this little middle piece right here, yep, it's still a little bit hard. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of mix it around a little bit and put the lid back on it for about maybe 10 minutes, because you can see this piece and then this piece. Well, there it goes, right there. It's still a little bit hard. So yeah, I'm just gonna put the lid back on it for about 10 more minutes and let that soften up. Maybe actually 5 minutes, that's probably all it'll take. All right, I put it on for another 5 more minutes and we'll see. I think that will probably do it. Yep, it is all melted. So I'm just gonna stir this together. Make sure all the peanuts are coated in the chocolate. And then I've laid out my wax paper on the table, and once I get all this mixed up, I'll just spoon it out onto the wax paper. So we are halfway through. I've made 3 of 6 things. Y'all, look how good this looks. So we've got the Crockpot Candy here, and it keeps going and going. It makes a lot. Here is the Puppy Chow, or Muddy Buddies, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't make just a ton, but I figure my husband will take care of that because he loves that stuff. And then here is the Chex mix. So what we plan to do with all this, we are not gonna keep all this and eat all of this. So what we're gonna do is make a little goodie trays for I think about 4 or 5 different people, 4 or 5 different families. So that's what we plan to do with all this. Of course we'll keep a little bit, but yeah. So let's get started on the next 3 things. Well, we have made it to my absolute favorite recipe that I do around this time, and that is peanut butter balls. They are my favorite. I love Reese's, and this is even better than Reese's, in my opinion. So what you need for this recipe is 2 cups of creamy peanut butter, 3/4 cups of salted butter softened. So I actually cut one of these in half and put it in the microwave, not completely melt it where it's liquid, but just so it's soft and I can mix it up. And then we'll do a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, 3 3/4 cup of powdered sugar, and then you'll need 2 packages of chocolate candy coating, like this almond bark. So I've got 2 of those. So we'll start with 2 cups of peanut butter and add it to our bowl. So we got our 2 cups of peanut butter, and then a 1.5 sticks of salted butter, and I just put it in the microwave for about 30 seconds just to soften it up. That way I can mix it together really good. And then we're gonna do a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. So now that that's all mixed, we'll add in our powdered sugar. And again, you need 3 3/4 cups. So what I do is just do a cup at a time, and you just want to get it to where it's not super sticky where it kind of forms together. The sugar will just kind of dissolve into the peanut butter. So what you're gonna do is cover and refrigerate for 20 minutes. So I took it out of the fridge after 20 minutes, and now we're just gonna spoon it out by the tablespoonfuls and put them on the cookie sheet, and then they will go back into the refrigerator for 20 more minutes. Went ahead and added 1 package of chocolate candy coating into a microwave safe bowl, and I'm just going to microwave it according to the package. So I've got all of the chocolate completely melted. I'm going to get out the cookie sheet of peanut butter balls, and then I'm going to start dipping. Okay, so I got them all dipped, and y'all, these smell so good. I cannot wait to try them. I'm going to put them back in the refrigerator just to let them harden up, and then my recipe says to refrigerate them until serving, or refrigerate them until you package them up to like give as gifts. So of course that's what we're doing. I'm making little platters for gifts, so I'll just keep these in the refrigerator. I'll probably put them on this cookie sheet for a little bit until they harden up so I can pull them off, and then I'll just store them like a covered glass bowl. We are on our last recipe, and these are the strawberry cookies. I'm running out of time, so I'm not going to have time to make the sausage balls, but we're going to do the strawberry cookies, and you will need 18 ounces of moist cake mix. And you can use any kind, but I love strawberry. You'll need 1 egg, 1 stick of butter, room temperature, a block of cream cheese, room temperature, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and you'll need some powdered sugar for dusting. And you'll also like roll the balls into the powdered sugar. So the first step is we're going to mix the butter and cream cheese together. Just blend it with the mixer. Then we'll blend in our egg and blend in our vanilla. So I've got all this mixed up, y'all. If you could hear my mixer, I'm sure you'll probably be able to see it on the video. Only like one of the things works, and it sounds like it's gonna die. It sounds awful, but so thankfully you will not get to hear that. So we're gonna go ahead and add in the cake mixture, and I'm gonna try to attempt to mix this with my mixer. It is just about to go out. I need a new one bad. But yeah, so we're gonna mix this and get that all mixed together, and then we're gonna refrigerate the dough. I guess you want to call it dough. Refrigerate our mixture for 2 hours so it gets good and firm. I just took the dough out of the refrigerator after it's been in there for about 2 hours. So I'm just gonna roll these into like tablespoon size balls and roll them in powdered sugar, and then put them on the cookie sheet, and they'll bake at 350 for 12 minutes. And keep in mind they'll still look gooey, but that's okay, they're supposed to. And once they're done, we'll just put them on a cooling rack and sprinkle with more powdered sugar. Well, we are done. This is the next day. I actually finished up the strawberry cookies late last night, and I did not even end the video. So I will show y'all the little trays. I've already delivered some, but I just made up a few more, and we're about to go deliver those. So I'll show you what I did. But if you see my Dollar General, Dollar Store Christmas haul, I got some little trays, and that's what I had planned to use these for, so they're really cute. But I'll show you how I kind of put everything on the tray. And yeah, that'll be it for this video. So thank y'all so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button and subscribe button, and I will see y'all on the next one. Bye. One of the trays, I've got the Crockpot Candy, the puppy chow. I put it in a separate individual bag just because it kind of makes a mess. Strawberry cookies and peanut butter balls for that tray. And this is one of my trays from my Dollar General, Dollar Store Christmas haul. And then I've got this tray, Crockpot Candy, strawberry cookies, and peanut butter balls. So this one is kind of heavy, but it's full of stuff. So yeah, that's kind of how, and I just put some plastic wrap over it. And then I put some wax paper under this one and plastic over that. But that is how I fixed them up.